Hi guys, welcome to episode 2, Learn English with Dr. Sewell. Today we're going to be looking at the tenses. I know the tenses are very difficult for a lot of people, so I'm trying to make it easy and very understandable. So we're going to be looking at the present tense, past tense, and the future tense. So the present tense, we have simple present. So for simple present, we look at things that we do all the time, everyday routine. So for example, I eat breakfast every morning at 8 a.m. So currently, if it's 8 a.m., I can always say, oh, I have breakfast every morning at 8 a.m. Or even if it's not 8 a.m., whatever time of the day it is, I can always say, this is the time that I have breakfast. I have breakfast at 8 a.m. every morning. So this is a routine. This is something I do all the time. Now, if I want to talk about something that is ongoing, then I use the present progressive. So for example, if I want to say I'm eating lunch with my friends right now, then this would be the present progressive because it's happening right now. It's current. So in this tense, we use the verb be, which is am, is, or are, and then we use the ing at the end of the verb. So in this case, I have I am eating. So eat is the base verb, and I add ing to indicate that it's in progress. So I am eating lunch with my friends. So present perfect. I have already eaten dinner. So this is 4 p.m. This means that I ate dinner before 4 p.m. So in this case, it's unfinished, but you don't know at what time I ate dinner, but you know it's before 4 p.m. So here we use the present perfect for unfinished actions, for things that we don't know the exact time that it occurred, but we knew that it happened some point in the past. So we say, I have already eaten dinner. So you use the verb have or has plus the past participle. Even though we're making reference to a present perfect situation, we use the past participle because we're referring to an action that happened sometime in the past but not too long ago. Now, the present perfect progressive. So this is for an action that started in the past but continues to the present. So we use have or has plus been plus the ing. So for example, I say I have been eating apples since 5 p.m. Now it's 6 p.m. So I started eating apples sometime before 6 p.m. You don't know when, but it's been in progress and I'm currently doing it right now. So when you want to talk about something that started in the past and you're still doing it, you use the present perfect progressive. So we have all the different variations of the present tense now. Let's look at the past tense. So the past tense, we have the simple past. So I say I woke up at 8 a.m. Now it's 9 a.m. So this is something that happened before 9 a.m. So at 8 a.m., I woke up. So we're using the past version of the verb wake, which is woke. Now, past progressive, we say, I was driving to work at 9 a.m. Now it's 10 a.m. So you're no longer driving, but you were driving before 10 a.m. So we use the verb was or were plus the ing. So I was and then driving because I want to show the progressive action of ing. So I use I was driving to work at 9 a.m. because I'm no longer driving. Now, past perfect. If I want to talk about two things that happened in the past, then I use the past perfect. But there is something very specific about the past perfect. You must have two actions in the past, but one action needs to be completed before the other. So in this case, we use had plus the past participle. So the PP means past participle. So the example here, I had eaten breakfast before I drove to work. Now notice something here. The first action is eaten, which is in the present perfect form. So I had eaten. So you have eat, ate, and eaten. So we use the base verb eat And we use en because we're showing it's the participle form of that verb. So I had eaten breakfast before I drove. Now the second action, you use the simple past. So the first action, let's go over this one. The first action, you use the participle form. And the second action, you use the simple past. So I had eaten breakfast before I drove to work. But you can't say I had eaten breakfast before I driven to work. It has to be the simple past for the second action. So you say drove to work. Now the past perfect progressive, it's similar. So you have two actions in the past, one completed before the other, but there's something that was in progress. So I had been driving for 2 hours before I got home. So 2 hours before 6 o'clock, since you're at home now at 6 o'clock, 2 hours before now, you were driving. Now, I had been driving for 2 hours before I got home. This is telling me that two things happened in the past. One, you were driving, and two, you got home. So the first action is driving, and then you got home. The difference is between the past perfect and the past perfect progressive. You have two actions completed in the past perfect, one before the other. But you don't know if something was in progress. It just tells you that you had two actions. Now, past perfect progressive gives you a little bit more detail because it tells you how long the first action was going on before the second one started. So that's the main difference. Now the future tense. So the future tense, we start out with the simple future. So whenever you have plans or predictions about something in the future, we use the simple future. The key words that we use, will and going. So for example, I will get ready for the party. I am going to get ready for the party. You can use them either way, they're both the same. Now future progressive. The future progressive tells you that something is going to be going on in the future. And of course, whenever we use the progressive form, we always use ing. So here in the example, I will be dancing at the party, or I am going to be dancing at the party. You plan to dance. It's a prediction. You think this is going to happen, or you plan to have this happen. So you say, I will be dancing, or I'm going to be dancing. So it's will or go plus the ing. Now, the future perfect, I will have gotten ready by the time my friends arrive. Now, what does this mean? You have two actions that will occur in the future. One will be completed before the other. So the key word here is will plus have plus the past participle form. Now, what does this mean? So the two things, you're getting ready or you plan to get ready, and then your friends are going to arrive. So I will have gotten ready by the time my friends arrive. This means you have two actions. The first one is to get ready, and the second one, your friends will arrive. So the first action you use in the past participle form, which is gotten. And the second action, you use arrive, which is the simple present. Now, future perfect progressive, I will have been dancing for 1 hour before my feet get tired. So you have two actions in the future. One will be completed before the other, but one will be in progress in the future. So I will have been dancing, ing, because this is going to be in progress. We don't know how long you're going to be dancing, but we know you're going to be dancing for some time. And then your feet will get tired. So you're going to dance first, and then your feet will get tired. So the first action, we use will have been in the progressive form. Will have been dancing for 1 hour before my feet get tired. So we've looked at the present tense, the past tense, and the future tense. I hope this was helpful. I hope you will understand the tenses better, and will continue in episode 3. Subscribe and like, and see you again.